Welcome to the story. London, 1751. This wasn't just the heart of an empire. It was an open-air asylum. They called it Gin Lane.
Give us a drop, you wretch!
A sprawling nightmare where humanity decayed in the gutters. Neighbors tore each other apart in the mud for a single drop of mother's ruin.
I'll carve your eyes out, ye filth!
While starving men fought feral dogs for meatless bones, just to line their stomachs. An entire society was paralyzed, drinking itself to death. But how did the greatest city on earth fall into this abyss? It began decades earlier. With a massive surplus of grain, the government encouraged anyone to distill spirits. Suddenly, gin was cheaper than clean water. Terrified the working class was too drunk to function, the king panicked, passing heavy taxes to price the poor out. But the king's law backfired spectacularly.
No gin! No king! Burn them down!
You cannot tax a starving person's only escape. Tax be damned, brew it in the dark. The city rioted, and the gin trade went underground. Run by shadowy bootleggers, they brewed toxic concoctions, lacing the alcohol with turpentine and sulfuric acid. It became literal poison. For the first time in London's history, the death rate massively outpaced the birth rate. The addiction birthed true monsters. In 1734, the nation was shattered by the story of Judith Dufour. A local charity had taken in her freezing toddler, providing the child with a beautiful, fresh set of warm clothes for the winter.
But Judith's mind was so ravaged by the toxic gin, she could no longer distinguish love from her terrible thirst.
Consumed by withdrawal into a dark ditch, and committed the ultimate, unspeakable sin.
She abandoned her in the mud and sold the small sweater to a pawnbroker. All for 1 shilling and 4p. Just enough to buy a single pint of gin.
She showed no remorse. Society froze in horror. London was literally drinking itself to extinction. The laws had failed. The police were useless. It took an artist to finally wake the city from its nightmare. William Hogarth knew laws meant nothing to a public that couldn't read. He had to create a weapon of visual propaganda. In 1751, he published Gin Lane, a horrifying, viral image, depicting a drunken mother dropping her infant to its death. It held up a brutal mirror to society, depicting the literal hell they had become. Priced at just a penny, everyone saw it. The psychological shockwave was absolute. The public was utterly disgusted.
The overwhelming public shame forced Parliament to pass the Tippling Act of 1751. But this time, they were smart.
They didn't just ban it. They destroyed the unregulated underground stills and promoted a safer alternative: beer. Within a decade, the nightmare ended. The toxic cellars were replaced by cheerful, well-fed communities. Slowly, the heavy fog lifted. The death carts stopped rolling. The wails in the night faded into silence. By 1760, the miracle occurred. For the first time in a generation, the birth rate in London finally overtook the death rate. London had bounced back from the absolute brink of extinction, saving its own soul just in time. But the gin craze leaves us with a haunting moral for the modern world. You cannot cure a society's despair with blind laws. An empire is rarely destroyed by an enemy from the outside. It is destroyed when it perfectly willingly poisons itself from within.